So, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Gigi. I am the co-founder and collaborator for Astrology Weekend. Thank you all for being here today. This year is very special. I'm sure we've all felt it, and we say that every year as astrologers, but I swear, right? 2025 is something else. So, when you look around the room for the next few days, you are going to see many different faces. These faces represent the different timelines and journeys that have all collaborated and come together to bring this into a momentous experience. We are extremely blessed to have the experience we do in the room. Cassie and I cannot be more grateful. All right, so here's to the old memories with today and making it very special. We have an amazing woman who's going to come up. Pardon me, let me get these notes so I do not speak anything out of the ordinary place. Her name is Deborah. Deborah Tallarico. Okay. Deborah is a seasoned transpersonal psychotherapist, astrological counselor, ceremonialist, and ordained priestess in the Rose lineage of Isis. For over 40 years, she has guided souls through personal and planetary healing and rites of passage. Deborah is the founder of the Gaia Sophia Temple of the Heart and Mystery School, where she offers seasonal and lunar ceremonies, priestess trainings, and apprenticeships. She also co-founded the Spiritual Renaissance Center with her late partner, astrologer Knighton Tallarico, continuing their shared vision to support humanity's transition into the Aquarian Age. Among her offerings are monthly Venus ceremonies honoring the descent and ascent of the ancient Sumerian goddess Inanna. We welcome to the stage Ms. Deborah.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Gigi. And I wanted to start by thanking Gigi and Cassie for putting this all together and gathering us all here. So let's just take a moment to really honor them. And it's been a labor of love, and these altars are for us to enjoy throughout this conference. And part of the ceremony today, these are altars to honor all the planets. And we're going to do a procession at the end, near the end of the ceremony, where we're going to walk around. We're going to process around so we can experience the different planetary altars. And we also have sacred waters, which I'll talk about later, from the lunar standstill in Kalanesh on the Isle of Lewis. Cassie, Aria, and I, and Tom got to go, and Daniel goes there a lot, but we were there together in July. And we have sacred water from there for anointing. And then in the corner over there is a memorial altar. And that's to honor the astrologers recently that have passed. And if everyone could put their phone in airplane mode right now, that would be great. And so the memorial altar is to honor loved ones that have passed and astrologers, some from long ago and some recent. I lost my husband last year, and I wanted to have this to honor him. And so everyone can go over there when we do the procession at the end. Whoops, I keep hitting this. I think I'm going to move this somewhere else. I think that'll be better. And I wanted to also introduce two people that are going to be helping me in the ceremony. And my dearest soul sister, Laura Harness, she's going to be she's going to be singing a chant at the beginning with her beautiful daughter and my goddess daughter, Aria Anandadeve Harness. And Aria is also going to sing two other songs in the ceremony that she wrote herself, inspired from our amazing trip and her amazing journeys over the last 2.5 months. And one of them is a song about the lunar standstill and our time in Kalanesh. And then she's going to accompany us with this beautiful chant that just came through her as we do our procession to honor the stars and planets. So, okay. So, every time I move, it makes a sound. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we're going to start by. I gotta move this. Anywhere I move it, it hits something.
There you go.
Is that better? setting the sacred space. And first we're going to go into our hearts. I'm playing this heart chakra roll. And I'm just going to guide us into our hearts, and then we're going to call in the sacred directions: east, south, west, and north, Mother Earth, above, Father Sky, the universe, and the unified field. And we're also going to be calling in the elements during the ceremony, and then we're going to have this beautiful elemental song sung by Aria and Laura. Okay? So just taking a moment now to just breathe into your heart space. And just put your hands on your heart for a moment. And just send love and gratitude to yourself for being here today and for all the things you love and appreciate about yourself and your beautiful heart. We're now going to call in and invoke the directions. So where we face is south, so we're going to start in the east over here. And you can stand or sit, whatever you feel. East is over here, where the stars are on the wall, on that side. We call to eagle, hawk, and condor of the east, to all the winged ones, to the place of the rising sun and the spring equinox and the first quarter moon, this place where the light is beginning to grow. This place of initiation and new beginnings. And we call to all the guardians, gods and goddesses, grandmothers and grandfathers of the East, to be with us, to bless our ceremony and our whole weekend together, to open our third eyes to new ideas, to the sharing of our wisdom and knowledge with each other. And we are so grateful to the spirit keepers of the East. We thank you, thank you, thank you. And we turn to the right to face the south where the windows are. As we call to Coyote, to Rainbow Serpent, to Sachamama, to all the other spirit guides and keepers of the south, to this place of the summer solstice and the full moon, the height of the light, this place of healing of the heart and the return to the innocence of a child. We call to all the sacred keepers of the south to be with us, to bless our ceremony and our weekend together. And we call to the gods and goddesses, grandmothers and grandfathers of the south, to bless this sacred space. We thank you, thank you, thank you. And turn to the right again as we call to the west, as we call to jaguar, to bear, to whale, to dolphin, to all the other creatures of the seas and the waters, We call to this place of the setting sun and the autumn equinox and the last quarter moon, this place of going within, this place of the feminine mysteries. We call to you to be with us and to bless this sacred space, calling to the gods and goddesses, grandmothers and grandfathers of the West. We thank you, thank you, thank you. And when you're ready, we can turn to the right again, to the north, as we call to great white buffalo, to wolf, to owl and sweet hummingbird medicines, to all the other guardians and keepers of the north, this place of the great mystery of the midnight sun, that dark voidal place of the nighttime, the place, the winter solstice, and the dark and new moon, where the light is slowly birthed from the dark womb of the mother. And we call to this sacred place of the north, of the great mystery. We call to the wisdom keepers and day keepers, the earth keepers and star keepers and dream keepers of the north, all the wisdom keepers and ancient ones. And we call to the gods and goddesses, grandmothers and grandfathers of the north, to be with us, to bless this sacred space for our weekend. And we thank you, thank you, thank you. When you're ready, you can turn to the front, and if you want, you put your hands down to the earth as we call to our beloved Mother Earth, sending our love and gratitude to Mama Gaia, Mother Earth, to all the nature spirits and devas, to all the ancient earth guardians that have watched over the earth for eons of time. We call to these ones. We call to the sacred element of earth, and we honor the sacred Apus, the sacred mountains, and the mountains here in the sacred land of Sedona, Thunder Mountain and Doe Mountain, and all the other mountains. We honor these, calling to all the sacred trees, the plants, the minerals, the crystals, the stones, all that makes up the body of our beloved Mother Earth. We call to you, we honor you. And we honor the sacred element of water that is the source of all life. We honor her sacred flows and the sacred flow within us. That mystery of the water, the healing, cleansing, and purification of the water element. We call to you, we honor you. And we call to and honor the sacred ancestors of this land that we stand upon now, going way back, thousands and thousands of years, to the Paleo-Indians, the Seneca, the ancestors of the Hopi, to the Apache and the Yavapai, and to those in the surrounding areas, the Navajo and Havasupai. We honor these ones, the original peoples of this land. We send our love and gratitude to these ones, these ancient ones, these grandmothers and grandfathers. And we also call now to our own ancestral lineages and to our ancient indigenous ancestors. We honor these ones now. And we thank you, up to the above or standing on. As we call to our vast universe, Father Sky, Great Spirit, as we humbly come before you today, as we begin this beautiful weekend together, we align our hearts now with our grandfather's Son as he pours his golden elixirs of light to bless us. And we align and attune with Grandmother Moon in her waning phase now, almost near the last quarter, as she pours her elixirs of silvery white love to bless us now, just allowing ourselves to receive this. And aligning with our beloved morning star Venus, as she's in her descent phase now in the solar plexus gateway. And we honor Mars and Mercury, Jupiter and Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, as we call to these ones and we honor these celestial beings. And we call to the sacred stars and the star nations, the starry mothers and fathers. We call to all the constellations, all the gods and goddesses of the sky and of the earth. We call to the almost 2 million asteroids that we got to learn a little bit about this morning more. We call to all these sacred bodies and all the other celestial bodies in our universe. Calling to the Milky Way, to the galactic center, the cosmic womb of the Mother, where the stars and planets and celestial bodies are birthed from. And we now align with our Great Spirit, divine source of all that is, as they pour their blessings upon us now. We receive these blessings with all our heart. And we also call to our loved ones who are now on the other side of the veil. All our loved ones, our astrological teachers, and all those that have gone before us, that have brought us so much wisdom and love and grace and healing. Remembering all the astrologers before us and those yet to come. We honor all these ones. And we thank you, thank you, thank you. And placing our hands upon our heart again now. And honoring our sacred heart in the center of our body temple. And then we place our hands out to feel the unified field, the quantum field of oneness and love that surrounds us, that unites everything together in our universe. The sacred web of creation that Grandmother Spider weaves. We honor this sacred web of all life. And we thank you, thank you, thank you. And just feel yourself as part of this big interconnected web of creation. And all of us here together, how interconnected we all are. Okay. That was marking this moment.
Right. Uh-oh.
It's starting.
You better unplug it. Yeah. It's the mic. Oh, the mic's off? That's crazy.
That's your mic.
Something's with this mic. Is it happening now? It's still reverberating? Yeah, something's wrong with this. Just when I play the ball, I'll just talk about it since I played the ball. When I play the ball, sure. Yeah, that's okay. So what we're gonna do now is just tune into Cassie's sacred intention and the vision, bigger vision for our time together this weekend. And then I'm gonna play the bowl where we can all just visualize this intention growing as we're together this weekend, and then feeling our own personal sacred intentions. So part of the intention for us coming together is to create a very safe, sacred, beautiful container for our community to come together in love and peace, and as a place to grow and learn from each other and get inspired by each other and to share, and where we can explore the mysteries of the universe together. So that's what we're here to do. Amidst the chaos and intensity of our outer world right now, we know we need each other. And we need the wisdom that comes from the stars and the earth. So that's our intention for today.
Savor every local
Whoops.
flavor this fall with thoughtfully sourced food that sustains you and your community at New Seasons Market.
So, yes. So we're also here to explore the deeper meaning of life, because that's what a lot of this is all about. And moving through our own initiations and rites of passage through our transits that we go through and everything. So, and whatever we learn and grow here, all the blessings we get here, we'll be able to take them out into the world to bless the world. So let's just take a moment now to feel these sacred intentions for our time together over this weekend, 4 days, and also to feel your own personal intention for yourself. So you might want to just put your hands on your heart and just feel, what is your sacred intention for this time together? And this time when we're in sacred community and feeling the deeper meaning of community, common unity, and just feel that energy of common unity, community. little sharing now of this potent time that we're together. And this could go on for a long time with everyone's input on the power of this year and what we're moving through right now on our planet. But I'm going to just talk about, I have the chart up here of the signature of when we started today. And all of you can look up at it. And what I thought was interesting is that the ascendant is 27 degrees of Sagittarius, where the galactic center is. And Jupiter in Cancer in the 7th house, nurturing relationships with each other. And just take a look at the chart and just see what you see in it. So this is the signature for our weekend together. And Moon conjunct Uranus. That's a big one. Yes. And as we all know, as astrologers and students of astrology, that we're in between two very powerful eclipses right now. And we're in this eclipse portal, right? And we're right in the middle of it, actually, close to the middle of it. And this is a time, as we know, where all our prayers are powerfully magnetized and amplified because of the energy. And not only are we in this eclipse portal, but we're here in Sedona, which is a place that amplifies energies, this very powerful sacred site. And also the sound, the bowl amplifies, and the altar and the crystals here also are amplifying all our intentions and the energies. So also in the eclipse period portal, it's this time to deal with and look at the shadow side of life. And I think we've been seeing that in the outer world with some of the things that have been happening in our world right now. So this is why our prayers are so important. And after I talk for a little while, we're gonna do some prayers for our planet at this time. And we're also in this eclipse portal is what some people call the magic triangle. Some people say a lesser trine, but it really isn't. It really looks like a pyramid to me. It's more of like a celestial pyramid with Pluto, Uranus, Neptune, and Saturn in sacred relationship with each other, forming the magic triangle, which I'll talk about in a moment. And also with all those 4 planets retrograde at the same time. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about that in a minute, kind of like the energies of right now. And Daniel later is going to talk about the bigger cycles that we're in. But we are also, in the solar plexus descent gateway in the larger 19-month cycle of Venus. And that's also very significant. And in this time, in the great shift of the ages. And as we all know, this year of 2025, from a tropical astrology perspective, we have the outer planets shifting back and forth and crossing over. Some have crossed over the 0 point, the alpha point, and it's a very significant time of transformation and change and transition. And also, it's a 9-year numerologically, and 9 is a number of endings, things winding down, letting go, and it's also, that's why I wore this sacred robe with the serpent in the back. This is the year of the serpent, the snake, this whole year in Chinese astrology. So this is a year of truly shedding the old. And I think we're starting to see that. And I know for me in my own life, that's like the theme of my life right now, is shedding the old, purging, letting go, old things coming to the surface to be healed, to be transformed, to be transmuted. So it's a very powerful year and a very powerful time, and we're preparing for next year when we move into a 1 year, which is a time of new beginnings, and where more of the outer planets get more settled in their new energies. And they're going to be in those new energies for a long time, in tropical astrology anyway. So we're preparing for the rebirth now. And anything that we need to let go of now is going to come into our awareness so we can let it go, purge. And it's a time to receive those glimpses of the new. But I know for myself and a lot of people I know and clients of mine, a lot of people feel themselves in a void all the time right now. Kind of in between the old, kind of in between the new. And that's a lot of the energies right now that we're moving through. And so what's really important is to just trust that and to embrace whatever comes before you, whatever emerges. Is exactly what is needed to emerge for you to work with. And then if you could go to slide number 2. So the next thing I'm going to talk about just for a moment is the descent of Inanna and that connection with the synodic cycle of Venus. And right now, on August 20th, we entered the solar plexus descent gateway in the waning, when the waning crescent moon and morning star Venus joined together in Cancer. And so right now we're in that solar plexus gateway, which is all about releasing old memories and traumas around any times we felt disempowered in our lives, given our power away, or abused our power, as well as clearing old beliefs and stories around our empowerment. And that's a image of the Venus and the moon. So in the larger 19-month cycle of Venus, in the descent phase, after Venus has gone retrograde and she enters a new overlighting energy or goddess energy, which now it's the Aries Pisces overlighting goddess. And so she's about really empowerment and love and the power of love. And that's a lot of what this 19-month cycle of Venus is about. And right now we're in that solar plexus gateway. So the gateways are when the descent gateways are when the waning crescent moon and morning star Venus join together, starting at the crown chakra. And each month when they join together, we move into a different chakra. And we have an opportunity to clear and release and heal all the energies, the old programming of those chakras as we go down. And then Venus will enter the underworld on November 25th when she's close within 10 degrees of the sun. And she'll be in the underworld for 3 months until she rises up into the evening sky as the evening star on February 17th, 2026, where she begins the ascent gateways moving up the chakras. So this is a really powerful moment right now in the solar plexus gateway, in this eclipse portal, and with everything going on in our world. And also the fact that it's, I'm going to talk about it in a minute, is also Pluto being out of bounds. So there's a lot of energies right now around clearing and with all the retrograde planets too. So the next slide you can go to. So this slide is about the celestial triangle or pyramid, as it looks like to me more, with Pluto, trine Uranus, and both of them sextile Neptune and Saturn. So this is a really potent time, as I'm sure all of us are aware right now, of radical change and dissolution and destruction of the old structures, the old systems, purging the old, breaking out of old boxes, huge breakthroughs. And it's also a time of cultural and social change and transformation, shifting our consciousness to new ways of looking at life in the world. And we're right in the middle of it. And it's a renaissance, a time of death and rebirth, actually. And it's a potential for radical change and transformation. It's also a cosmic portal for our spiritual growth and awakening, bringing in new visions for our world, for the new earth, for the new age we're moving into. And also opening our intuition and our higher consciousness to receive cosmic and spiritual downloads and transformation on spiritual and religious levels too. And a time of revelation, revolutionary change, and to tune more deeply into our higher mind and our higher self. And what's the next slide? Yes. Wait, hold on a second. Okay. So the other part of this eclipse portal and the pyramid we just saw is all those planets are retrograde right now. So it's a huge time for going inward and reflecting on the past. A time of deep karmic purging and healing, to reassess our lives, to integrate lessons from the past, and to let ourselves go, allow ourselves to go through this deep inner transformation of the ending of this year, which is very powerful. This ending of this year of the serpent, the 9-year, this transition, and all these planets retrograde. So Pluto retrograde is going to bring up the shadow again, just like this eclipse portal, and hidden aspects of ourselves that we can now integrate and bring back, and help us release deep-seated issues and patterns, and dive into our core issues, and look at any of the ways that we've ever given our power away or been disempowered in any way, and uncovering hidden truths in our personal and collective levels. And then the next one is Neptune. So Neptune retrograde, and Pluto would be retrograde it was retrograde on May 4th till October 14th, 25. And then Neptune has been retrograde since July 4th until December 10th. And this is a review of our spiritual path with Neptune retrograde, a time for meditation, deeply going within, connecting with our intuition and spiritual realms, paying attention to our dream time. I don't know about you, but I've been having really powerful dreams. So really paying attention to our intuitions, all the synchronicities, the animals that cross our paths, and dissolving any old illusions that we might have about ourselves or about life, and diving into your spirituality, your imagination, and music and artistic creation. And then Saturn retrograde, next we have Saturn, is a time where we can review the structures in our lives and the responsibilities in our lives and long-term goals, and slow down and really reassess anything that's outdated and unfulfilled. And it's a time for life lessons and to reassess the foundations in our lives. And then we have Uranus retrograde. This is a reflection on our communication and our interactions with technology and our self-worth, security, and values with Uranus retrograde right now.
Can you tell us the dates of Saturn retrograde and...
Yes. So Saturn went retrograde on July 12th until November 28th. And Uranus went retrograde September 5th until February 3rd, 2026. Okay. And then, what I wanted to talk about before we go into our slides of Kalanesh is, hold on a second, is we have something I just started learning about was Pluto being out of bounds. And Pluto just went out of bounds on August 29th. And it's going to be going out of bounds in and out for the next 10 years. And there's an astrologer, Roseanne Finn, who's done a lot of massive research on Pluto being out of bounds for the next 10 years. It won't be out of bounds in its southern pointing direction for 3,000 years after this time. So this is a very, very significant time from 2025 to 2035. And when a planet goes out of bounds like that, past the declination of the normal ecliptic and past the ecliptic of the sun, it's like a wild card, and its influence is magnified and amplified. And the times in past history when this has happened has been when there's been a lot of revolutions, breakdown of power, and collective uprisings. So this is something that is going to be happening over the next 10 years. And it's going to be, the out of bounds is going to be more near the end of each of those years. It's not going to be the whole year, but it's going to be this time of power coming back to the people. And if you want to learn more about that, I highly recommend you reading what Roseanne has written about. Okay?
Could I just add one thing?
Yeah.
That Moon-Venus conjunction is an occultation. So it's like, it's an occultation. The moon is going to travel in front of Venus on the 19th. So it's not just a conjunction, it's like another eclipse. So just to add to,
Yes.
add to the potency.
To add to all this. Yeah, and there's so many things that I didn't even touch on that are adding to the power of this time. Yes.
I want to mention, the moon is out of bounds during the entire conference.
To an entire what? Autumn?
During the entire
Yes, through the entire conference. Yes. Yes. So Pluto being in the southern direction has to do with from past history. It has to do with the shifting of power back to the people. After this, yes. So, okay. So I have to move along. As you can see, because I don't have too much time left, but as you can see, this is a super powerful time, and there's so many more things that we haven't even talked about, and I'm sure will be covered during this time when we're together. So this is a time to really connect with our deeper soul, to do the healing we need, and to meditate, contemplate, be in nature, and and the next thing we're going to do is talk about, you can just go through those. So the lunar standstill. These are slides from our time. These are slides from Cassie, Aria, and I put these all together of our time in the Isle of Lewis, on the Isle of Lewis at Calanesh at the Stone Circle, and we stayed up all night and we watched the moon rise and just go in this small arch across the sky and set. It was just phenomenal. So Aria is going to sing her song now as we go through these slides slowly.
Hi everyone. Yes, so I wrote this song in inspiration of being at Kalanesh for the lunar standstill, and it's called Alive. I stayed up all night and watched the rising sun. I danced between the worlds, held the sky and kissed the earth. I wove between the stars in the full moonlight. I saw a glimpse of me mirrored through space and time. The planet fake enemy with my prophecy. Told me they'd sing through me and send me on my journey. We have the answers if we ask the elementals. Our fate is written in the stones. The earth is alive. We have the answers if we look inside. Our fate is ever changing when our soul is alive.
Thank you, Aria. That was amazing. We got to get a feeling of that time there. So, since we're running out of time, I'm gonna play this bowl again for us to say our prayers inside internally for the world right now. In this very, very powerful portal that I talked about a little bit today, with all the energies. And all our prayers will be magnified by the sacred space that we're in, by the bowl, by this portal of the eclipse that we're in. And then afterwards, I'm going to move the bowl in the chair, and then we'll activate. I'll walk around and we'll activate these altars, and everyone can just process around as we make the transition into the next energies. So you can just walk around, and I'm going to say this now so we can just be in ceremonial space after the prayers. I'll move the bowl, and I'll activate these altars, and then the water over there, and you can just come around and just see all the planetary altars and do your prayers to those if you want. And there's water over there, sacred water from Kalanesh, from our retreat that we brought from all over the world. And then we blessed the waters and worked with the waters through our whole time together. And you can anoint yourself over there, and then the memorial altars in the corner. So we're going to do our prayers first for our planet. Just feel all your deepest prayers for our planet now, for your family, your community, your loved ones, our Earth Mother, for humanity.
about the great turning of the ages. We are so excited for this to be our opening talk. So please come right back. We just need to be respectful